We're live in Abuja, where deportees from the Republic of Turkey have arrived at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in the nation's capital. The reasons behind their deportation remain unclear, though many disgruntled returnees claim they were arbitrarily arrested and sent to deportation camps without justification. A contingent of officials from various federal agencies, including the Nigerian Police Force, the Nigerian Immigration Service, the Nigerian Emergency Management Agency, and NAPTIP, were on hand to receive the deportees. Originally scheduled to land at 5:30 p.m., the plane Southwind Airline flight TC-GRB, which was carrying approximately 103 males, touched down at 6:45 p.m. The delay was reportedly due to heavy resistance from the Nigerians in Turkey. Director of Migrant Affairs at the National Commission for Refugees, Ambassador Catherine Udida, said the federal government is dedicated to the reintegration of these returnees into the Nigerian society. And TVC News reporter Uloma Oyimachi is standing by to give us an update on the returnees. Uloma, give us more details. I mean, from that introduction, that there seemed not to be any reason as to why they were deported.
Hello, Precious, and good evening to everyone. So, the reason is still unclear. A lot of people have different stories to tell. You know, some were arrested. The people that I spoke to, some of them were arrested, on their way to pick their children up from school. Some were arrested coming back from work. Some people are saying it's because their passports have not been renewed. Some people are saying it's because they have not stayed as long as they are supposed to in Turkey. There are just many stories, many, reactions surrounding their deportation. But they are very, very angry. I would say they are very angry. Initially, when we arrived, it was, a kind of tug of war. We couldn't access inside the terminal. We had to get approval from the aviation authorities. And when we finally entered, it was after 6:45 when they had already arrived the airplane. And we were instructed to keep our phones away because everybody was complaining and saying that, they arrived grudgingly, so they are not willing to speak to anybody. But, towards the last lap of our conversations with them, they now finally agreed to express themselves. And they are very, very disgruntled. Some people have stayed there for more than 10 years. Some people have stayed for 2, some people have stayed for 3. They are quite unhappy and they're seeking the federal government support.
And I find it interesting when you mentioned that some were going to pick their kids from school. Do we know if they were deported alone or along with their family members?
Oh, that's the thing. That's the very shocking thing. All of them were deported without their family members. Some people were, are married to Turkish people, and some people are married to Nigerians that they met in Turkey. So the man that I spoke to was very, very displeased. He has 3 children, and he has a Nigerian wife. And he was going to pick his child from school, and according to him, there was a big van that just came in and, took him without hesitation because he's a foreigner. That is what he alleged, that they just took him and he saw his children just passing by from where they were driving out from. And he was saying that he needed to talk to them to assure them that everything was going to be okay. But they said, according to him, they said they didn't care. And he was sent to the deportation camp for 11 months. Or roughly 8 to 11 months, let me say, from September 2023. They were fed bread and water. They were, according to them, they were treated unjustly, and they are going to start from the scratch now. They are back in Nigeria, and just the ultimate goal for them is to get support from the President Bola Tinubu's administration.
We'll see how again the federal government responds to this, whether they are going to investigate, but we understand that they are going to try and reintegrate them back to society. Thank you so much for that update there, Uloma.